Hi, I'm the Moorlander and this is Moorlander EDC. Back out in the woods in the snow today, which is a nice change and very unseasonable. I know it's November, but it doesn't usually snow this early in the year. But anyway, we are here to look at the Topo Designs Mini Quick Pack, which I have here. Now, getting straight into it, to be clear, there are two versions of the Quick Pack. There is the Quick Pack and there is the Mini Quick Pack. The differences between the two, which you may have guessed, is one is slightly larger and one is slightly smaller than the other. The Quick Pack is the larger version of the two, and as the name denotes, the Mini Quick Pack is the smaller version of the two. As far as the sizes are concerned, it comes in at roughly 9.5 inches. I thought they're an American company. I thought we'd do it in inches today. It comes in at roughly 9.5 inches by 5.5 inches by roughly 2 inches in size. I'm not too sure what the cubic inches for that is, but it's perfect for EDC. As far as the materials of this is concerned, I do like the materials on this. Topo Designs have a very holistic and saving the planet approach to their material. So this is made from a 420D recycled nylon. It's very tough, certainly no issues with it whatsoever. There is a DWR coating. I dropped this the other day and managed to get a load of crap on it. But the DWR coating will help to protect it from water. Now, I'm not saying that this is a waterproof bike. It certainly isn't. It doesn't have taped seams or anything like that. The zips are regular YKK zips. They're not AquaGuards. However, if you do get water on it, it should just brush off. What the DWR coating also helps with is if you do drop it in the mud, if you wait for the mud to dry, then take like a clothes brush and rub it, it will come off. I've still got a little bit on there, but anyway. So yes, very nice materials. The webbing on the belt is a seat belt material, and the buckles on here are Woojin buckles, which I do like. Woojin buckles, I think, for the price and the durability of them, Woojin are kind of hard to beat. Did I mention the zips? I did mention the zips. These are really, really big. What does it say on them? They must be at least an 8 or a 9 size zip. Nope, they're a size 10. They are big, beefy zips, but you have one across the front here in this quick access pocket, and then you have another one that runs across the top into the main compartment. The only other webbing that's on here is, hopefully you may see that it has these little grab handles. So if you want to, one can carry it around like that. But I mean, in all jesting, it's simple if you're getting in and out of vehicles, wherever you want to put this. If you're after something that is more of a grab and go bag, just to be able to grab it and not have to worry about grabbing something else is also it's really nice. But the webbing on this, it's not 1-inch webbing. I'm guessing it's about 15mm. That's what I'm guessing. And this is kind of your standard webbing that you tend to get on most backpacks. They also use it as a reinforcement here, which I guess you could clip something onto if you wanted to, but these are the reinforcements here for the zips. Now on the front, going through the actual pack itself, well actually let's start on the sides. Other than these bits that you might be able to lash something onto, the sides are fairly plain. There's no additional lashing points on here. When you get to the bottom though, you do have, which I think is nice, even for a small bag like this, if you want to maybe put a water bottle through here, I mean it would have to be a reasonably, actually, do you know what? You could fit like an Evian, maybe not a large Evian bottle, but you could probably fit a like a Coca-Cola kind of bottle through there. Or maybe if it's an umbrella, or you've got a small compact jacket that you can roll up and put across the bottom, then it's nice that it does have the lashing points on there. I think as a feature that's on the Quick Pack, the larger version of the two, scaling this down and still retaining that on this, I think is a great point. Now on the front you then have a quick access pocket, which is this diagonal zip, which is kind of different. It's rare that you get a diagonal zip like this, but when you pull this down, so this will give me access. At the moment I have my Pixel 8. It's not the Pro version, it's just the standard version, however big that is, but it fits into that pocket perfectly. I mean, this is 9.5 inches by 5.5 inches, so it uses that full real estate here on the front to be able to use this as a pocket. But it's because of this, the angleness of here, it will fit into this corner, but it also uses this space up here in the top right hand corner. The lining on this is a very common 210, so on the outside it's 420, but on the inside it's a 210D lining. You also get, where is it? You also get a little key stay. If there was anything that I could change about this, I'd add an extra, I don't know, 40-50 mil onto the key stay. That way, if you're getting into something, maybe you want to get into your house, maybe you've got a locker or something, you don't necessarily have to take this off. You can just reach and you can do it. It's a small thing. It really isn't a big thing, but if there was anything, and I'm picking faults here. Last couple of little points on here. So you do have a Topo Designs logo on here. Now I haven't talked about the colours specifically because I was waiting to talk about this bit. I like the aesthetics of Topo Designs. Being a child of the 80s, growing up with my dad in the moorlands, the kind of the colours of the bags that he used to have, they were either kind of like a blue or a green or red, some kind of hues of yellows. They have a lot of bags in those colours, but they also have these really nice all black murdered out variants as well. The quick pack version of this that is all black, you'll know the difference between the quick pack and the mini is with the quick pack, where you have these little webbing bits on here, those highlights, they have a red highlight, but the logo on here is also a blacked out logo. You also have a little hook, or at least pass through here, so if you want to wear this whilst you're out cycling or even walking with this, you can pass a small light through there to help you to be illuminated and seen whilst out and to stay safe. Now the main compartment, which I like, every single manufacturer should do this on their main compartments, and that is that it has an ambi open, so you have two zips, whether you're a lefty or a righty, it will open either side. And then on the inside, now as far as the inside is concerned, it's a fairly simple inside. You just have this one large panel. As far as organisation is concerned, 'tis it. Apart from you have a little bag that pulls out. I like how they've done this. I know a lot of companies have these so that you can lift them up. What that means is that when you've got stuff in here, you can lift this up so that it lies on top of them. At the moment, I have my keys. I have a small camera in here because I'm doing some filming. But rather than having this so that it has to sit behind those, this now just sits loosely across the top. But in here, in this small pocket here, I have some calipers and a knife. But just right for all of your EDC kind of stuff. Once it's in, you can zip that up and it's all good. Now, I forgot to mention, sorry, whilst we're in here, there is some padding here between this compartment and the back of the bag, and there is some padding here between this compartment and this front quick access pocket. So if you have items in there that you want to stay protected, then that's useful, but also if you have angular items that you don't want digging into you whilst walking, it will also protect you from them. Now on the back, I will say I would have assumed that they would have used this area as well. However, they haven't, but again, I think for the style of the bag, it doesn't necessarily need it. Often you'll find with these, there'll be an additional pocket here for items that you can keep closer to you. With this one, they've just gone for a fairly plain back. That does mean that with no extra zips here, it runs and wears relatively nice as well. Now, as far as wearing this, you can wear this. It's actually designed to be worn. You can wear it crossbody, or you can wear it as a bum bag, or a fanny bag, as they like to call it in the US. Now, wearing this crossbody is great. So, plenty of room. It sits reasonably close to me. I hark on a lot about this, especially if you're doing things like city breaks. Situational awareness is key to make sure that your valuables aren't took from you. One way in which you can help to do that is crossbody bags like this, because somebody has to get within this small area to be able to get something out of it. So walking around, it sits perfectly well on the front. Under the side there, it sits well as well. There is a slight thing with this, and I know why they've done this, but with the geometry of this, if you look where the belt comes out, the belt comes out directly from the middle of the bag. That's because if you wanted to wear this as a waist pack, you can do, and it wears really well. In fact, it's very rare that I wear bags like this, but there have been a few occasions that I've been out, embarrassed my daughters a lot by wearing it like this, and it wears incredibly well. But when you have it on as a crossbody bag, if I hold this like that, you'll see that it has a desire to want to roll forward. In future iterations of this bag, I think that they could fix this relatively easily. Instead of having it coming out so that it's roughly in the middle, I would move this so that it goes here. So it's here to here rather than here to here. What that will do is, if I hold it here, which is closer to the top, you'll see that this doesn't want to roll as much. Just by changing where the belt is ever so slightly, again, if I hold this like that, you can see that it's wanting to turn, it's wanting to roll forward, because there's more weight above that balance point. If you move the balance point up, it'll still work perfectly as a waist bag, but when you wear it as a crossbody bag, it will work as well. Now, I've over-laboured the point on that. It's just a small point, but it would be bad of me if I didn't mention it. But it is only a small point. As far as a small grabbable go bag is concerned, I think the mini quick bag, which is I guess why they call it the quick bag, certainly is a good example of what you can get from Topo Designs. So yes, there you go. Now I'm going to put this back on, and while I'm talking about this, I will say that this was sent to me. Topo Designs got in touch. I have worked with them on a few different pieces of content. They're an awesome company from the US. So yes, I want to say a huge thank you. Full disclosure, I did mention this at the beginning in the notes at the beginning. This was sent to me. I have a good relationship with them, and I can give my honest opinions. And if there's anything that I'll change, which hopefully I've illustrated to you as part of this, will hopefully lead you to believe that this is a fair and unbiased review. So yes, thank you again to Topo Designs. I'll leave some of their links below so that you can see more from them. I'll also leave some of my social media links here on Moorlander EDC and my sister channel Moorlander Tactical. And whether you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble, as always, stay safe, stay Moorlander, and stay EDC. If you think I'm sexy and you want my body, come on baby, let me know. God, the sun today, I mean, the sun's out every day, isn't it? It's a fact of life that, what is it, 92 billion miles away? What is it? Oh, is it 9.2 billion miles away? I always get my numbers wrong. It's 8 minutes for the sun to get from there to here, isn't it? But anyway, it's very low in the sky and it's blinding me slightly. That is one of those first world, I forget the word, I'm not good with English. English isn't my first language, Moorlandese is my first language, so I would like to make content in Moorlandese, but where there's only been a small landlocked nation, there's not a lot of people outside the Kingdom of the Moorlands that speak Moorlandese, so I have to revert to speaking English, who are our neighbours, and I do struggle with English some days, but hopefully you'll admit that you'll agree that my English is okay. It's getting there. It needs some work, but it's okay.